What's going on, world? It's your boy SenseiRip, and I'm back again with another video. Earlier today, Jay-Z was on Twitter Spaces speaking on his verse he laid for Khaled's new album, God Did. So y'all know how we do, man. Let's check out this clip and hear what Jay-Z has to say. Make sure to leave your thoughts and comments down below. And yeah, let's get right into it.
Hold on.
He's here, Kyle.
Yo, Hov did.
His speaker moving, but he can't hear him.
Yeah.
I just see him pop up. Jamie,
Yeah. You said Candyman 3 times, man. He popped up, man. That's
Yo,
it.
Jay. Oh shit! I think I see his name. Jamie just came in here running in here, and she said Jay-Z's on.
Oh, he's here. Believe that.
But yo, Jay, if you on, brother, I love you, man. I love you, brother. Like how you blessed my album. You always bless me, but how you blessed my album, it wasn't just for me. It was for the fucking world. This shit is special, bro. I'm motherfucking shaking right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, his speaker's moving, but I can't hear him.
Oh, you there? Maybe he has to log off and come back on. It
Maybe
might just be
somebody
a bad
calling the
connection.
phone like they was calling mine. Like that shit it'd be interrupting the talk if somebody's calling you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this God did, people, man. Like I know I started off this call thanking the fans, but y'all gotta understand I appreciate because I love is felt on another level, man. I'm getting so many phone calls. I'm watching y'all's reactions, and it's just truly unbelievable, man. To embrace this love, man, because it's nothing like working so fucking hard, getting no sleep, and when they finally get the product, the music, and people love it, it's the best feeling in the world, man.
Or Cal, and as we wait for Jay, obviously, Hove, when your situation get right, your connection get right, just jump on in. But
can you hear me?
There you go. Yup, we got you now.
Yo, Hove,
Here we go.
Yo,
Both vibes, my bad. Both vibes, my bad. What's up, Khaled?
Man,
You heard?
I love you, brother, man. Like, thank you for blessing us. Thank you for blessing us, the world. You know what I mean? We appreciate you, man. You know, you inspire all of us, not just me, all of us. We love you, man.
That's love, man. I appreciate that. Love, man.
Congratulations
too. Congratulations on an amazing album, Khaled. People think it's easy. It's not easy to pull these people together and get greatness out of them, and deal with so many egos, and because everybody want to be the best, and everybody's trying to whatever it is, but it's an amazing display of unity. It feels like an all-star game when these albums come out. It's like a beautiful time for the culture. Everybody's tapped in and tuned in. No matter what they tell you, they all tapped in and they all tuned in, and everybody want to be on them joints too. Believe that.
Man, I appreciate that, brother. Nah, man, what you did was something, when my first reaction when I got the verse, just playing the record for you that day was you giving me the time and you cracking it. I'm just gonna tell it in real time, people. The man walked in there with champagne. You know what I'm saying? The music was playing, the cigar got lit, a bottle got cracked open, and the vibe started happening. I don't know if I got a chance to tell the story, but I seen a clip of Guru saying you knocked that shit out in one verse. And I was saying to myself, I remember when Hov hit us, he was like, yo, get studio at blah, blah, blah. Make sure Guru's there. I got to catch the helicopter at 8. I'm going to probably show up around 7.
Yeah, but I was cheating. Guru ain't tell that part. So while we was waiting for you to send the beat, it was just playing the beat inside the control room. So I was going through it a couple times. while I was waiting for the and it was I was just rapping over like any part. It just kept looping and like drops was happening in the wrong place.
I know.
And, so I just yeah. I think I sent it to you like that, right? I don't know.
Like that.
I'm not sure.
So Hov rapped over the hook, the breaks. because Guru was waiting for me to send the
Yeah,
instrumental. When you sent it back, I was
yeah,
like, this man rapping over the hook.
yeah, yeah. So, so I cheated a couple times before I went in the booth. But I was saying it inside the control room, and then so when I went in the booth, it was pretty much a done deal.
Hove, if I may just get into the verse, because me, myself, Guru, my man Frazier, we all kind of talking about the verse. And what I kind of got out of it, just remembering in the early days of hip hop and how we've always been aspirational as a culture. And, in our music, even thinking about early records like Special Ed, I Got It Made, was so aspirational. Like, right? Guru pointed out just to own a percent. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all we wanted, or a Honda scooter or something like that. And your verse to me, and if I'm off base, tell me, is it, obviously we still have aspirations, but it's so much about actualization. And you're obviously telling your story, but I think it's hip hop story as well of how we grew and the bar and the level has been raised. Is that reading too much into it, or was that what you were going for?
No, 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 100%. No, no, 100%. It's like, first of all, you got to remember, hip hop was demonized when we first came out, and then we were underestimated, right? Like Khaled said, they didn't believe in us. And remember, hip hop was a fad. I mean, you do your history. Like, there was a whole thing where it was like this music is a fad, it's blah 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 blah. And then after they couldn't get rid of us, they demonized us and they start like driving tractors over our CDs and things like that. This is all history. So this for me feels like, the end where the villain survives, doesn't go to jail, but gets to pop more shit. So it's like it's that feeling. I don't know if we've ever felt, or ever been vocalized in this way and it be all true. That the thing that makes me most proud of every word I said in that thing is actual fact. um which is, that for me is it's a challenging thing to do, like to rap that long and every single bar is just like actual fact. And as far as like hip hop, the idea of, rest in peace Tilo, like that's Tata's brother, Trance. Like and then like uh, a lot of fallen soldiers, that's Biggie, that's Pop. Kicking snow off of frozen Tim, that's people that go unnamed that you guys don't know about. Like it's so much in my life in there. And then there's like the way I connect overseas. Caddy, you know Caddy's story, I guess he could tell it on his own. um like just that, how powerful the music is, the reach of the music, and um where we come. So yeah, yeah. You're 100% on point.
Word. Do you ever get to a point, and obviously, right, this has been your story, but what makes now the right time to say, like, there's things, and even Guru said it, and him knowing you, there's things on this record that maybe he thought you'd never say, or, that you haven't said before, or things that you revealed, and some of it is like a dog whistle. What makes now the right time, and do you self censor, or sometimes do you come up with something and you be like, you know what, that's too much. Let me save that for later.
Yeah, because it's been 30 years.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't think I've, I don't know if I self censor. I'm aware of the timing of things. Um, I think that, again, some of these things are out of my control. It's just the way the world works and the universe works. Just, Cali came at this specific time. There's sometimes I like a beat, or I like a song and the timing ain't right, or you know, the timing is right and I don't like a song. It's so much that goes into like um, getting these things done these days. I have a lot of things on my plate, so sometimes it's just out of my control. It just was the right time, right place, um, right space in life, um, and it just happened. It's this is just magic. It's really out of our control.
Last question, and just because I mean this is Khaled's moment, right? There's the God Diz moment. Obviously, you were such a major part of that, but so many artists were a part of that. A lyric like when you start going into how many billionaires can come from Hove's Craig. I count three: me, Ye, and Ree, and Bron. Technically, right? It makes me think. It makes me go back to when you did the Drake verse and said, "I made more millionaires than the Lotto did." And that was a flex, and maybe that was about 10 years ago at this point. Like, can you talk about the evolution of not just getting it for yourself, but being able to get it for other people around you, and make other people put other people in position, and really in the span of 10 years going from being able to say millions on a rap record to now saying billionaires.
Yeah, we're not gonna stop. This the hip hop is young. We still growing, and we're not falling for that technology, whatever you know this public puts out there now. That before was the American dream. Pull yourself out of bootstraps, and you can make it in America. All these lies that America told us our whole life. Um, and then when we start getting it, they try to lock us out of it. They start inventing words like capitalist and things like that. I mean, we've been called nigger and monkeys and shit. I don't care. Those words y'all come up with, y'all got to come up with stronger words. When I say y'all, I'm not talking about you. The words they come up with, they got to come up with stronger words. We're not going to stop. We're not going to be tricked out of our position. Y'all locked us out. Y'all created a system that, doesn't include us. We said, fine. We went our alternate route. We created this music. We did our thing. We hustled. We fucking killed ourselves to get to this space. And, now it's like, eat the rich and think, no, man, we're not stopping. So that evolution is, from us, we came from selling 7 records and selling records out our trunk, and no radio play. And I think Reasonable Doubt did 36,000 the first week or something like that. I may be adding a little to it. So we come from I come from Marcy Projects. In my first house, 615 Lexington Avenue, my grandmother's house, 7 families lived. Like, she has 7 kids. My mother and my parents and siblings lived in that house. My aunt Niecy lived in that house. Hootie lived in that house. Butchie lived in the basement. I mean, this is one house. I went back to that house. I did an interview with Oprah, and I couldn't believe how small this house was, that all of us lived in that house. So again, that evolution that you speak of, it's just real, and it's happening in real time, and I'm talking about it. And we're not going to stop, and we're not going to stop talking about it. They're not going to trick us out of it and make us feel ashamed to be successful in a place that set up a system for us to be dead at 21. No, no, sir. No,
That's right.
not us.
Jay, we gave him his flowers earlier, but I just wanted to acknowledge Ari in the room for that amazing piece that he did on your verse.
Yeah, Ari, that was an amazing piece. I appreciate that. Again, in the verse, I say, my only goal is to make a real feel seen. You know, and when somebody break it down in that way, we all feel seen. And it wasn't me. I got calls from everybody like, man, we needed that right there, or that was amazing, or Ferg hit me up like, we needed that right there, like, so people to articulate and understand what we're going through. You know. So that was amazing job.
I'm honored to be listening to you. It's crazy, and I'll just say one thing. What we mentioned earlier, before you joined, Khaled and everybody, one person was asking about, well, do you write this in a day? And I was saying, I've been listening to you guys my whole life. Your work and the work of hip hop artists who've explained the real stories and history that wasn't always in the history books is why I did civil rights law, and then now I do journalism. And so you've been teaching people for so long, and as we explored there's people who don't listen, which is why you get that Mike Wallace moment. But when we, as a team, and I work with a team in my group at the MSNBC, when we write something like that and we go through the archives and we look through what you're doing, we're drawing on years of listening to you. So it's like it's an honor to be up here just listening to you tonight. But you laid it all out. You've laid it out before, where the hammer's rung, the news cameras never come. and the stories that are not only systematically ignored, they're lied on, and that ruins people's lives. And the last thing I'll say, and then I'll get back to y'all, the way you showed through your life and other people's lives, the arbitrary moving on either side of the law. The laws keep changing. The laws are enforced in racist ways. The way you show your life, you've been moving in and out of that way. I don't understand it all. I'm just learning. I'm listening. But the way you expose that, and I wonder for years whether people will study this verse and fully understand the poetry is as impressive as the life. It's an autobiography of a life story of achievement against the odds. It's extraordinary. Thank you for having me today.
Good man. Appreciate that.
Wow, I'm gonna always have smoke for them. Khaled, where we at, Cal? How you feeling, Cal? This the most quiet Cal been since we started this thing. I think he's speechless. What's going on? Well, we'll wait for Khaled to get back.
I said, Rob, I said, when the God is on, you listen. You don't interrupt. You let everything come clear and clarity. You listen. When the God is on, you listen, Rob.
You gotta go to the bar, and everything again ties in. So he's saying about Emery. He's talking about Emery, but got it out the mud. They gotta face you now. You can't make up this shit. So on one level is like, okay, we got it out the mud, like out the dirt, and you know Emery's backstory of him going to jail, him taking the charges, him taking the time, right? But when you get a facial, what are you doing? You cleaning. You cleaning your face. You understand? You're taking away all the bumps, all the bruises, all the scars, the little blemishes. You get a facial. What do they use to do the facial? The mud. But out the mud, they got a facial now. They can't make up the shit. So it's the makeup on the face, but also with the facial, right? With the mud, it's basically saying you can't make up, you can't come to me with a face done, being fake. The makeup is not really your real face. It's not just for women. Men come with makeup on too. You understand what I'm saying? Not in the physical sense, but in the face that